Right, hi everyone. We've got some underbody work to do with Roy now. We've got a few weeks between car shows that we need to be at, so now's the ideal time to do it. Roy behaved absolutely brilliantly going to Cornwall and absolutely brilliantly going to the British Motor Museum for the Vauxhall show. So now it's time to address some things underneath. We've got clutches to go in the old gearbox, so because the old gearbox is the correct gearbox for this car. So the gearbox I got from Matt got me out of trouble absolutely brilliantly, but the old one is salvageable and I've got the spare parts to do that. So we'll do a gearbox rebuild video before long, and when we put the car back together ready for the next show, we'll put that box in it. We've also got the refurbished prop shaft that Niall got sorted for me, and we've got the limited slip differential, which has got, even though limited slip may not actually really matter, it's in a better state and it's got less miles on it than my old one had. So, to save you the boring bit, I've cracked on and I've got the car to a stage. We have not got an interior in there at the moment. All the carpets and seats have come out because obviously I don't want to set fire to the carpet. And under the car, well, let's go under the car. Okay, so welcome to under the car. We've got Roy up nice and high so we can see what's going on. The gearbox is out of it, prop shaft's out of it, and the exhaust is off. So we've got a good look now at everything under here. So we've got some issues going on here that needs to be welded. We need to take this heat shield out and see what's under there. We've got some crustiness here. This starting to go, but it's only surface. So we need to have a clean up of that. We've got a bit of surface rust. I've got a bit of surface rust up here on top of the bell housing, but again, not too bad. And the only sort of really structural nasty I've found so far is actually here. There's actually a crack in the floor. It's not rusted, it's just fatigued, and that's the back seat bolt. So that sort of explains why the driver's seat was sitting at a kind of funny angle, because its back left mount was fatigued, broken. What I'm going to look at first though is this, because this is the biggest problem. We also appear to have a bit of a power steering fluid leak, which we need to investigate. Not that I'm particularly averse to power steering fluid leaks, because they rust-proof the car. So what we'll do, we'll fire the grinder up. As we're under the car, we will play with the new head visor to try not to get completely covered in crap. We also need to get this shield off, and then we'll have a little investigate and see what's going on. That's more nasty than I thought it was. Yep, that's decidedly more crusty than I gave it credit for. Really is the only way to do a job like this. Cut it out. Cut back to good stuff. Now we've got another bit on the other side going there, but I'll do that after I've done this side. That's got all the nasty out of there now, and we're back to good metal. Right the way round. So we can fabricate a patch to go in there The rest of it, on the other hand, is not too bad. It's all very solid. Maybe not that solid. Got a crusty patch there. Yeah, so I think what we'll do, we'll fix that, and then we'll investigate the front, and then we'll investigate the side. We'll end up replacing that all, but doing it piece by piece, so as not to take the whole strength out of the car while we do it, considering we're laying underneath it. I've seen a lot worse in Monzas. Some of the pictures the guys find of barn finds, I mean, that's real good metal there. We can work with that. Okay, so, bit of a situation report. That's basically this side of the car done. So we've got new metal completely in that chassis rail. It's both sides. So it's a complete new section there. We've repaired where the sill was starting to go there, and we've done the front of the sill. And where the seat mounting had gone, we've done that as well. So that is all raring to go. What we've now got is over here. Now, over here is more fun. Having grabbed hold of investigatory heating hammer, fortunately up here, good. All of that leg there is good. That looks a bit iffy. Where it's really bad is here. So we've got this section here and here that have gone. So it's in a different place. Now, we got some fun and games here, because that and that is a petrol line and that is a brake line. We've also got a very minor problem there. There's a little cut in the sill, but it hasn't rusted yet. That's probably where I repaired it last time, so I actually did the end of that sill. needs a good clean up, just to check it. Let's see what we can do about getting those pipes out of the way. See, if I was a proper car restorer instead of just an idiot with limited facilities, well, the world's tiniest garage, what I would have done is strip the car completely, put it on a kebab skewer or whatever they call it, rotisserie, that's what they call it, rotisserie, kebab skewer, and right, that's the petrol lines there, let's just get those right out of the way. And then you turn the car over on the rotisserie, and happy days. Lots of lovely room to work. You can weld. You can weld up front. You know, you can, or you know, the right way up. Looks like it's only gone on the bottom. That's handy. Let's cut this bottom bit out here. See what we're doing. Yeah, so as I say, you would turn the car over, work on it absolutely beautifully, and spend 3 years doing it, put it back together. But this isn't a concourse restoration, as I have said many times. Okay, so that is everything on the underside primered. So all that welding is all done, everything's primered. It needs cavity wax inside the box sections and it needs chutes on the outside, but yeah, that's been 4 days worth of work for me. Laying on my back in very uncomfortable positions, trying not to set me or the car on fire. But yeah, it's done. So next thing now is say cavity wax it, put chutes in it, and then we can start putting things back. So 4 days work for me. He's probably going to edit down to about 30 minutes for you, I would imagine. But anyway, thanks for watching. In the next one, we're going to refurbish the automatic gearbox, ready to put back in it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.